Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we've had a few rebellions due to this kid taking over. People don't like this guy being in charge, and they've rebelled, and now we've got all of these that we need to reconquer. Luckily, it's going to go extraordinarily quickly. We're already well on our way here, and I mean, we've got multiple de jure wars ongoing right now. We're going to wrap these up as soon as we can. We're also at war up over here. So we're going to... We didn't have this previously, did we? Maybe we did. We'll take a look at that after this war, whether we have a claim up here or not. I'm not sure if we do. We may or may not. But for now, this is going to be absolutely fine. We're going to get this all reconquered fairly quickly. So let's get this siege done. We're at 70% war score here. Will this end it? Maybe. It does. Beautiful. So let's enforce those demands. And we are, of course, going to head on up over here. Now, we do have these two that need to be handed out. Let's go into here. So we're going to grant a vassal here. There we go. And then we're going to grant an additional vassal, I think, to this guy. Will be absolutely fine. So we'll grant that on over. Phenomenal. And now we'll just make our way on up. So I want to check in on Bulanid as soon as we're done here. I'm not sure. I don't think we'll have a claim on that. Well, we can check here. We don't have the Empire of Russia. We might have something there. We'll see. Our agent is leveraging their position. This guy might end up being a problem. We'll see. But if he is, we'll deal with him. So for now, we're just going to make our way on up here and eliminate this final war. I say final. There's going to be a lot more wars. No doubt about that. But some of these, I think, have already begun to disappear. And that's good. We fully expect that. We are going to need to wait until our truce is up. And when is that going to happen? So... yeah, this is one of them, I believe. Right? Actually, no, it's not. We have potentially a lot of truces here. Actually, we've only got 3. Okay. I'm not sure how true that is, but 2 years, apparently. Okay, that's not too bad. We're going to make our way on up here and eliminate this. This is going to go very quickly as soon as we arrive. It'll just take a little while for us to get here. Any moment now. Almost there. There we go. Now we've arrived. And this war's over. So we're going to enforce those demands and disband our troops. Naturally, I'd like to check up here. Okay, yeah, it's just going to be duchy level claims. That's fine. Not a major concern there. So next up, I want to check on this guy. Yeah, we're still truced there. I'm expecting that to be at least 2 years for these truces. Permit is a kingdom level claim as well, so that'll be a little bit. This is a county tier claim, so we could definitely do a seize de jure lands here, and then we can head out over this way where we can fight at least 3 additional. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to seize de jure on all of these. So that's going to be at least 4 here. Hello, what's the siege? What are you at war with? I think this is our vassal? Neighboring ruler. Okay, maybe not. We're going to declare this regardless, and that's fine. Some of these might combine together, but we'll see. For the time being, we're going to raise up our forces right here, raising our men-at-arms. They'll be here in 57 days. Sounds good, and then we'll head on over. So we're going to get all of these taken over. Hello, that's a sheikdom that we can definitely grant over. And we're certainly going to do that. There's probably a few others of those that have snuck in. Come back, Amiable. We'll see what happens with Amiable. I'm just taking a look around right now. Okay, Amiable came back, I think. We got 2 gold anyway. I didn't actually read that. But yeah, it looks like this is fine. I don't see any additional vassal issues, although there likely are. Well, here's one. And that, I believe, just actually happened. So we're going to grant that vassal on over here. Beautiful. I think that literally just happened, and now we don't have to deal with that, right? So our vassals are conquering back some of these for us, but we're going to make our way through this very, very quickly. White peas? Okay. So this guy gave up. We're going to head on over this direction. That now means that we don't have to siege here. And this guy, of course, should be granted into, say, this guy. Cool. As we take these kingdoms over, we're going to have some vassal limit issues, I suspect. That said, no, we're going to veto this. Our regent is being a jerk. How old is our regent? He's 55. He's probably not going to be alive forever. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. But I don't expect the regency to be too big of an issue. So traveling down here is going to be the largest portion of this in terms of time. It's going to be 7 months, and then we'll be able to hit here, here, here rather quickly. So in theory, that's relatively fine. And then we'll come out over this direction. We'll probably do all of these at once, thinking about maybe doing a path like this. Here, 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 assuming this is a county tier realm. Okay. So here, 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 and then down over this way. But we'll probably put our troops down before then because this is a kingdom tier realm. So we'll get this all put back together. It's not the end of the world. This just split up. That's fascinating. Oh, and we've got this out over here. Right. That'll need to be dealt with as well. So that's fine. Definitely got some problems out over this way, but should all be okay. We'll have this all put back together quite soon. Our forces are where? Well, they're on their way. Let's bump it up to speed 5 for the time being. I don't think we need to sit on speed 4 anymore. We might as well sit on max speed at this point. I think there's no real... Ooh, hello. We're definitely going to transfer this vassal here. Absolutely great. We're very happy about that. And now we're just going to conquer back these last couple of territories over here. And then, yeah, I think we're going to do... This is going to be, what, a 6 war declaration war? Yeah, something like that. And then we'll have to conquer back some territories over here. Not a big deal. We should have all of this back, I think, this episode yet. So that all looks good. We've arrived here. There we go. And that's only 86% war score. Sad. We're actually going to have to get a second siege here. There we go. So we will enforce those demands. And, of course, that vassal will need to be granted out somewhere, won't it? No, this is de jure. We don't need to move him at all. He is pre-moved. Phenomenal. We do have a dangerous faction brewing up here, and this is a real faction. It's a disillusion faction, and yeah, we'll pay the royal court a visit. What do we got going on here? Her genius will be nurtured, and we'll be even more generous. People getting opinion of us is not a bad thing at all. So we're going to hop on over this direction. Unfortunately, our regent sucks, and we're on 11 of 8 domain right now, which is very sad. We're going to hop down over here and get this siege underway. We don't catch this force, sadly. Maybe we will over here, though. Okay. Yeah, we'll catch them here. This should end this war. Beautiful. So there's that war over. This is de jure, so we don't need to hand that out. And then we're going to hop on over this direction, and that war will be over virtually immediately. Okay. So, obviously, a disillusion faction would derail things slightly. We could think about doing something about West Francia here. What if we were to simply send him a gift? That's not going to boost his opinion much. But we send him a gift. Over domain limit minus 30. Noted. And I'm going to demand his conversion. And we'll see what he thinks about that. Okay, he declined. That's fine. For the moment, these guys are too weak to send an ultimatum. Only barely. So that's good. How old are we? We are currently 11. We're going to veto anything our regent tries to do, for the record. If our regent wants to do it, it gets vetoed. Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to enforce our demands and disband our troops. There we go. So our main problem right now is our lack of stewardship, right? There's no doubt about that. Our stewardship is very low. Have we educated? Yeah, we must be educated at university. So that's fine. This is, of course, an issue, though, our low stewardship right now. Now, I do want to declare out over here, and we're going to do this seizing all de jure lands in all of these locations. I want de jure lands seized. There we go. Perfect. So this is currently under siege, but we'll see if that ends up being a thing or not. And we'll head down over here as well. Cool. So there's all those wars. Now, we really should do something about this disillusioned faction. So what do we want to do about it? I don't suppose this guy would let us revoke his title. No, that would be ridiculous. That's not going to happen. We have 25 months, so, I mean, we can raise our forces up over this way, which is going to take them a long time to get here. And we're going to head on in over here. And then we'll see what we want to do about these guys. We've got a hook on this guy right now. But really, this guy is the one that we'd want to deal with, or even this one. 70% is the current threshold. This would work. Sure. Why not? Excellent. So they're too weak to send an ultimatum. Barely. They are barely too weak to send an ultimatum. That is going to be a problem. Arbitrary, huh? That's -2 stewardship. I think we'll take impatient. I would rather not be arbitrary here. Sure, we can convert all of these into court artifacts. No problem. So we're going to finish raising our forces here soon. We're 40 days left on that. And these guys are just kind of wandering around. Cool. So this is all okay. We are going to take a little bit to get all these captured. We're in, 6 wars right now. That's a lot of wars. Luckily, we don't have any factionalism at the moment. Well, we do. But we don't have any factionalism that's actually going to do anything at the moment. Now, we have a lot of offensive war malices. No doubt about that. Interesting. We can choose which sexuality we want to be here. And I think we're going to go with... heterosexual is very convenient for having more children for alliances. This will boost up our fertility levels, and honestly, that's probably our best bet here. It doesn't really matter in the long run, but it's probably a very, very small optimization there. We'll enforce our demands here. There we go. Phenomenal. So there's one war done. And we'll head on over this way. So we'll see here, and then that will definitely end that war. Then we'll come down over here and down over this way. It's some amount of walking between each one, for sure. Our regent is continuing to be a bit of a jerk. We should swing the scales against him. Consider it done. He is currently self-interested, and we can't end the entrenched regency because we're a child. But if we could, I suspect he wouldn't leave. We'll see. That regent is likely to be a problem. But for the moment, it'll be okay. As our short reign years go away, especially once we come of age, things will get better. Because our big problem right now is being above our domain limit. I'm not too concerned about it, but it is definitely an issue. We'll have to keep an eye out for vassals getting uppity about it, but for the time being, this will be okay. So somebody just white-pieced us. And it was this guy down over here. Okay. That should clearly be moved in here. There we go. Dangerous faction. So these guys are back. And at this point, what do we want to do here? We don't have a lot of options at the moment. However... Oh, we can't betroth ourselves there, right, because we already have a betrothed. Who is currently imprisoned, interestingly enough. Not imprisoned by us, though. Okay. I was going to say we could do something about that, but not if she's not imprisoned by us. So that's fine. We're going to enforce our demands here. There we go. Phenomenal. And we're going to make our way down over here, actually, is our target position. That'll be fine. We'll see if we manage to get any luck there. We do need to do something about this Dissolution faction, though. I mean, we can beat them. We definitely can beat them. The question is, do we want to? I'm going to send this guy a gift, boosting his opinion up to 67. I'm also going to send this guy a gift and see if eventually he'll exit this faction. He's got pretty good faction commitment right now. Liege does not control their entire de jure area. Liege recently lost war. I mean, technically, yeah. But not really, to be honest. It was only kind of a loss. It was more a logistical loss, right? Okay, so this war's over. That's great. We're going to enforce those demands. And that, of course, means we are done up in this area. And we should head down over to here. It'll take us 7 months to get there. That seems fine. Yeah, this is completely okay. So taking a look at what else is over here. Oh, these guys got annexed by the Byzantines. That's very rude. We're going to have to declare on the Byzantines eventually to deal with that. But yeah, that's very rude. This world might not be big enough for the two of us, indeed. So we're going to be done out over here pretty soon. We'll attack here as a single location. We'll attack these two together. And then anything out over here we'll eliminate as well. And then I would like to continue to work on Italy, Romagna, Byzantines. We've still got lots and lots of stuff to do here. White peas. No. No, we don't accept that. However, this Dissolution faction is something that is happening, and I'm not sure if there's anything we can do about it. It is definitely a thing that is currently occurring. So there's that. We'll see. We'll see. We've got a lot of irons in the fire right now. We need to finish up these existing wars. So this is obviously over, basically the moment we arrive, right? It's just a matter of travel time. So we're going to enforce our demands here, and we're going to make our way on down over here. We'll be there in 6 months. Okay, so with that on the way, we know we need to do some conquest out over here yet. Although I'm not sure if we'll have de jure out here, now that I think about it. We might. Yeah, we do. Okay, cool. So that'll be good. We'll need to eliminate these kingdoms as well. No, Regent, stop it. Regent is doing things. We don't like it when our regents do things. So he's swinging the scales of power up right now, and I'm going to send him a gift right now for some opinion here. Okay. Opinion, personality has compassion for child minus 30. Interesting. Okay, so this is, of course, a worthwhile endeavor. It's all looking good. We need to keep an eye on this rebellion. At this point, we're probably just going to let it happen. Not like there's a lot we can do to stop it. I mean, it's not super dangerous when it's alone, right? So we're going to enforce our demands here and disband our troops. Next up, we would be looking to attack, say, this guy out over here, seizing all de jure lands. And then we would raise up our forces somewhere around here. These are going to be a little bit longer. So I think that we can get this done before this faction pops. Oh, that's in 6 months. Maybe that's a little ambitious. Especially since I hit the wrong button here. This needs to be just men-at-arms. Okay. So they'll be here allegedly in 50 days. Sure. So his capital's all the way up over here. The real question is, when are these guys going to pop? 2 months. Oh, wow. Okay, this is really, really ramping up. There's not a lot we can do about it, to be honest. We have to fight them. If I had known this was only 2 months out, I would have not declared this, but it's still okay. I don't think this is actually a problem. We should have people out over here that we can attack. Unfortunately, West Francia is going to be the war leader, but that's relatively fine. So we'll get this war done first, and then we'll go after that next. have to wonder where his army is. He has access to about 70,000. That's fine. We're going to siege our way through this very quickly. Do we want to become vengeful? Or do we want to become calm? Calm is probably better for us here. And so that's exactly what we'll do. Fantastic. We're back up to 11 of 9. That's good. And here's the disillusion demand. We will not be threatened. Okay, so we're going to rally the troops. And do we have any... Well, we can swing the scales of power. We definitely want to do that. Okay, so this is done. We need to continue to siege over here. Oh, most of these troops actually left. Okay. Noted. They have significant forces right over here. Okay, that looks good. So we need a new steward. We need a new marshal. There we go. That'll all be fine. And with this disillusion faction, that does mean we're not going to be able to put this all back to normal this episode, sadly. We should probably consider raising up a few additional forces over here. Now I'm going to split off a siege force over this way. We're going to have this be around 15-ish thousand. Oh, these are knights, aren't they? Yeah, I don't want these knights over here. We're going to keep these here, and then we'll put a siege force here. And then these guys are going to wander on over this way. And we're going to look to fight over here. Okay. So we're going to need to continue to siege over this way. We can siege a couple of locations here. We're already at 47% in this war. So that's okay. We do have another potential faction here. That is Catholic populace. Okay. Well, that is manageable. But they're definitely getting uppity again. And I don't like it. We did just inherit the Sultanate of Georgia. And this should likely be granted out to someone like this guy. So I'm going to grant him, not vassal, I'm going to grant him title. The Sultanate of Georgia. There we go. Cool. Now he's very happy, and we're going to negotiate his release as long as he converts. Actually, he won't convert. Oh, he has the correct religion. I'm just going to release him. Done. Cool. Okay, so we have some things up here that need to be handled. This is going to be granted over to this guy. So we're going to grant a title over here, the Sultanate of Caucasus and Zaporizhia, and Ruthenia and Moldavia. Okay, so all of that goes over here, and we're going to grant him a vassal here. And now that's better. Cool. Hopefully that'll make these factions be less big of a deal. Okay, we have sufficient forces over here. How's the siege going? It is done. So we're going to head off over this direction for the moment. We're at 64% over here. We need to get this war wrapped up as soon as we can. And that is indeed exactly the goal here. So, any moment now on this siege. 81. Okay, we're going to head up over here. Actually, that's kind of an awkward direction to head, but we'll do it anyway. And more than kind of. That's a pretty awkward direction to head. Okay, so let's get our forces grouped up over here. That is step one. What is this other faction? Right, Catholic populace. We really can't do anything about that other than just dealing with them, which is something we can definitely do. So we're going to hop over this direction. That is a lot of attrition. They're just kind of parked in the middle of their territory over here. There's this big area of them. Okay. For the time being, I think we got to do it. I think we got to just go through. Yeah, it's going to hurt on the casualty front. A lot. If we have to chase them all the way down here. It's going to hurt a lot. But I think we have to. So for now, that's okay. We are going to get this siege done. Any moment now. There we go. We're 87% war score up here. We are almost done with this war. How are we doing over here? Okay, they are running straight on through. Yeah, I was afraid of that. So we're going to have to go all the way through. We are at 100%. Okay, so this war is now done. Phenomenal. So that's our de jure over here dealt with. Next up, these guys, assuming I can actually control. Apparently that was blocking it, the notification there. I couldn't move, I couldn't zoom. Okay, that was very strange. We're going to hop down here and get some sieges going to try to counter the sieges that they have. We're also going to look to get some battling done over this way. And the sieges need to start up very, very soon, of course. We're minus 50% war score right now. Disillusion would be really, really bad. We don't want disillusion. So we got to get in here. Okay, so we're going to be fighting them down over here. We'll be arriving there shortly. This siege is over. Beautiful. So we're going to continue to siege over here. Get out of here, Regent. Okay. So this battle is occurring. They're piling in, but we are going to win that battle. That is a good sign. And we need to get what sieges done we can over here. So we'll head on over this direction. Okay. So, yeah, we'll compensate you. That's fine. We need to wander up over here and continue to do battle. We're minus 51 right now. Keep that in mind. However, they're at 79 from their occupation. They can only get so much from occupation. At a certain point, they're going to be done with that. So we just need to keep up with our sieges here until such a time as they cannot win from occupation alone. That is the goal. So we're going to get this siege done. These guys are all retreating this direction, which is unfortunate. We're going to head up over here and continue to siege. We're minus 57 right now. However, defender controls war target. So ticking war score is on our side. Do we need to hold? Oh, they're in our capital region. Okay. So we're going to need to do something about this. I didn't realize that they were attacking here. Good thing we checked. We're going to raise forces here. I'm going to hire mercenaries, and we're going to hire literally every mercenary that exists. We're just going to go down the list and hire all of them. We want to have additional forces out over here. So this will be fine. So we've got a good amount of forces here right now. We're going to raise up a bunch more. How many total troops do they have? They have about 1 million total. They don't have anywhere near that number down here, though. So that's okay. I do want to fight these guys up here. This siege is occurring. This force is moving northward. Yeah, in general, they're moving northward here towards our siege force. So I'm going to move our siege force out over here. And we're going to eliminate this force. No problem. Then we need to walk back up over here. Okay. Down this direction, we've got about 200k troops here right now. I want to raise at least 300k here, but I think probably closer to... Well, I think this will be good for now. So, 300k for now. We're going to group all of these together, and we're just going to head southward. I'm going to raise additional forces here, though. Okay. So, I'm watching these guys move around over here. And I'm wondering what their plan really is. Are they chasing our siege force? That could be really problematic, of course. What do we have going on over here? Okay. So we have forces on the way down here. They are, of course, taking heavy attrition. And a crusade for Lotharingia right now? Okay. Well, that's getting real spicy. So, they can only get 9% more from occupation. They can't actually win this war at this point. We can get a lot more from occupation. Nearly 100%. And we have ticking. And we're going to be fighting these guys down over here, right? So that's all something. The Crusade for Lotharingia, I don't think that's actually a threat, to be clear. This is interesting. They have higher quality troops than we have here, so we're going to have to retreat. Okay. For the moment, I guess that's fine. We're raising up these forces, and we're going to group them together. So we need to continue to get a fair amount of war score out over here, right? That's definitely a thing that we need, and we're working on catching some of these forces up here. Unfortunately, we didn't have the troop quality over here, so we're going to have to get more quantity. I'm not shocked about that, but we're going to group these guys on together. Where are we retreating to? Oh, up over there. That's awkward. Get turned around. There you go. So they're basically capped out at this point. They can't get any more from occupation. They can only get more from battles and from taking our capital. Now, we're going to be fighting them out over here, it looks like. That's absolutely fine. We'll win that battle. So we're going to be pulling back the war score quite significantly at this point. So that's likely going to stack wipe up over there. And we're looking to fight these guys over here. But this is absolutely under control at this point. It is past time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll see what these guys want. We might eventually have to white piece them. I would prefer not to, but things are awkward at the moment. And depending on what goes on with the populace, we'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.